Hi everyone, James from Support here. Today I'm going to tell you all about sellable items relation types, what they are, what they do, and how you can use them. So in onCourse, these sellable items relation types are sort of links that can be applied to courses and products that will allow you to create relationships between courses and products that will let you give you some flexibility around how you package and sell them to folks either online or any way that you sell these. The way that these rules work and that these relationships are defined, so you can define these relationships on your own. If you wanted to create new types, we've got 6 types that we've created for you that we think will cover a pretty broad range of scenarios. Those defaults are called similar course or similar courses, level progressions, bundles, application fee, a rolling intake, and course materials. And I'm going to make a separate video just going through sort of how to set up each one of those defaults. But just to give you a broad overview of how the concept works and how the concept of these directional relationships work, I'm just going to tell you about, we'll just go through what each of these fields mean. So you can see here we have the name of the relationship and the description, which is what's going to be displayed to people online on a website. If you have this show on web enabled, obviously. You can see here, when I say relationships are directional, they have a from relationship and a to relationship. And so you can see here, in the case of the similar courses relation type, the from name is similar and the to name is also similar. And you can also see here under shopping cart actions, which is just a couple more rules that you can use to further refine what happens when these products or courses are added to a cart. You can see here there's 4 shopping cart actions to pick from. So this one defaults to no action, which means if one of these courses are added to the cart, nothing happens. Nothing else happens except for that course or product being added to the cart. And these similar courses will only display on the course or product page as similar or related items. We can see here there's suggestion, which if this is selected, then any item that is added, provided the rules make sense, the related courses or related items will appear in a suggestion panel. It's just a list of, hey, maybe you would like to add these to your cart as well, or maybe you'll find these of interest. And then you've also got the add but do not allow removal, which is useful for things like bundles or the rolling intake relationship. So where you have groups of products and courses that you have specifically bundled together as a group and that you don't want to be pulled apart. That's what that action is for. And then lastly, we have add and allow removal, which is for items like say course materials, where you might have a course or a couple of courses that might have a couple of handbooks that you want to suggest students purchase at the same time. What this means is that if somebody adds that course, that parent course, then those products will also be added to the cart as suggested items, but they can be removed by the purchaser at any time. Just to go into a little bit more detail about what some of these, what the directional relationships mean, let's take a look. We've got this consider history checkbox here, which is interesting because what that does is that will check the enrollment history of the student being enrolled. So say in the case of this relationship here, in the similar courses relations, if you have, what this means is that if the system discovers you have a previous enrollment in a related course or in a course that shares this relationship, then that course won't be suggested to you because the system knows that you've already studied it. You've already got an enrollment there. Similar with level progression, if you have, say, 3 levels of cooking course and you want to, you have completed cooking level 1 and you are adding cooking level 2 to your cart, if those courses have these relations applied, so from the cooking level 2 record, you would have cooking level 1 as the previous relation type, and then cooking level 3 as the next relation type. What the system will do is if you add cooking level 2 to your history or to your cart, the app will consider the history and will suggest to that student that they also add cooking level 3 because it can tell that that's the next course in the series that comes up and perhaps they'll be interested in that. And I think that's probably a good opening explainer of how these sellable items relation types work. As I mentioned, I'll be making separate videos for how you can set each one of these defaults up and sort of what you should expect from how they work. Thanks.